Yes and no. The IRS has signed agreements with all the banks in Latin America, all of them. There is no exceptions. For the simple reason that all Latin American banks need corresponding accounts with banks in the USA. So that's how the IRS got all these Latin American banks. And this is for the entire world. It's not only Latin America, it's African banks, European banks, Australian banks, Asian banks. This is around the world. This is how the IRS created this control, and it's called FATCA, F-A-T-C-A. This is the FATCA. The FATCA requires that all banks report to the IRS any account with any balance that a US citizen holds in a foreign bank, in any foreign bank. That's how the IRS, and this is the IRS directly, this is not the US Treasury. The IRS directly knows who holds money outside of the US and in what amount. Otherwise, the IRS will force to the US banks to cancel the corresponding accounts for these banks in the foreign country. This is how the IRS know who holds money outside of the US, who is who in holding the money. And this is how all these accounts in Switzerland came to know to the IRS, and they discover all these people holding all these balances, and they bring them in, and they charge them criminally, and they impose these steep penalties up to 120% of the amounts that they have holding in those accounts. So this is how they know, because the IRS created this FATCA thing, and this FATCA has made all banks outside of the US liable for information of holdings for US citizens when they open accounts in the foreign country. That's how the IRS know. Obviously, if you have a balance of $80,000 in the foreign country and you report zero in the US, the IRS is going to know. And if the next year the balance grows to 200 and you report zero in the US, the IRS is going to know. For sure, they're going to know. There is no, perhaps because we are still in pandemic, there is no the intention to go after all this fraudulence, this fraud yet. But at one point it's going to happen when the system get better, when things get better in the USA and in the world, then this is going to come to an end, and then everyone will have to be brought to account.